Ladies and gentlemen, super welcome to today's video. Guys, today we're going to go through the best boomer shooters that you can show your friends to get them hooked on the genre just like you and me. Now some of you might not even know what a boomer shooter is, so I'm gonna give you the rundown really quick. Don't skip it. Essentially, a boomer shooter in today is a modern retro inspired shooter. That's how simple it is. And those retro shooters that they draw inspiration from are most commonly Doom, Quake, Unreal or System Shock. But there are a few more as well, like Hexen, etc, but those are the absolute most common ones. And it doesn't matter if the graphics are pixelated or super modern and fresh, it can still be a boomer shooter. And some people call it retro shooter, some people call it boomer shooter, it's the same thing. The modern twist, however, is usually more fast-paced and fluid gameplay, often with retro graphics, but with a modern hint here and there like lighting, 3D objects, etc. Now, let's get on with the list. Let's do this. First up, we got DUSK. DUSK, created by New Blood Interactive, is a true masterpiece of old-school first-person shooter game design. In this game, players are transported to a demonic world where they must battle otherworldly threats, including evil cultists and possessed mercenaries. To survive, you'll need to move quickly and wield a variety of powerful weapons, such as a shotgun, crossbow, or rocket launcher. DUSK offers a challenging single-player campaign, as well as alternate endless survival and arena multiplayer modes. And despite its challenge, this game is still manageable for most players and is considered one of the best modern retro shooters that you simply must show your friends. And right after that, we have INCISION. INCISION is an old-school first-person shooter game that features chunky, pixelated blood and gore, making players feel like a true badass as they fight their way through nightmares, industrial mazes, cityscapes, and alien structures. The game includes 8 weapons with all alternate firing modes, melee weapons and grenades, allowing players to switch up their tactics on the fly while taking down a biomechanical threat known as the Growth. Now this game is perfect for friends who enjoy horror games but wants to play as the one everyone should fear. Next up, we got PRODEUS. PRODEUS takes inspiration from classics such as Doom and Quake, with players carving out a path of blood and carnage across each level using a variety of weapons, ranging from pistols and shotguns to rocket launchers and lightning guns. This game has it all. Each weapon does a fantastic job of turning bad guys into mincemeat, resulting in a game that proudly showcases walls and ceilings coated in enemies' blood and guts. PRODEUS also offers plenty of opportunities to explore and discover hidden secrets reminiscent of the original Doom games. A standout feature of the game is the player-created maps, which range from Peach's Castle to London Underground, providing an always fresh experience. But the stunning gore in PRODEUS makes it the perfect game to show the friends who enjoy video game gore. Next, we got ULTRAKILL. ULTRAKILL, created by RC Hakita Patala. I have no idea if I pronounced that right, but it's been published by New Blood Interactive, and this is tough as nails. It is an arena shooter with satisfyingly difficult combat and old-school graphics. Players control a robot machine fueled by blood that descends into the depths of hell to defeat the dead, demons, and other machines for consumption. ULTRAKILL's risk versus reward-oriented gameplay loop requires both mobility and aggression, and with its Devil May Cry style score system, it makes a great choice for a competitive friend. Right after that we have Ion Fury, and Ion Fury is the first project in over a decade to be developed entirely using the build engine, which was originally used to create classics such as Duke Nukem 3D. Players take on the role of Shelly Bombshell Harrison, a tough-talking future cop tasked with bringing down a cybernetic cult and defeating its evil leader, Dr. Jadis Heskell. The game's developer achieved impressive results by pushing the build engine to its limits, resulting in one of the best modern retro games. And this game is perfect for your friend who enjoys American action movies.
Yum, yum, yum.
Next up we got A Medieval. A Medieval is a retro first-person shooter from New Blood Interactive, and it is reminiscent of classic games like Doom, Quake and Heretic. You play as the champion, a skilled warrior chosen by the gods to wield a holy battle axe and defeat bad guys across multiple realms. The axe can fire elemental projectiles, cast spells and deliver a powerful blow to enemies' heads with some satisfying sound effects. Fast reflexes and constant movement are necessary to stay alive amidst a barrage of enemy projectiles, and with RTX turned on, the game actually shines technically despite its retro appearance. If you have a graphics nerd friend, then this one is for them.
You stand alone. A medieval.
Just a friendly message from your friendly neighborhood Slim. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and leave a like if you like this video. And guys, if you want to support the channel, you can become a member now for as low as $1.99. Check it out, but I still love you nonetheless. Next, we got Turbo Overkill. Apogee's Turbo Overkill is heavily inspired by iconic shooters like Doom, Quake and Duke Nukem 3D. Its stunning cyberpunk visuals make it the most savage first-person shooter ever released by Apogee. You play as Johnny Turbo, an augmented hero with hidden arm rockets and a chainsaw that extends from his leg to slice enemies wide open while sliding. The game's fluid movement is well refined and the guns are innovative, feeling and looking great. And with more content on the way, this game is great value. I would highly recommend it to your cyberpunk friend who wants to experience actual good gameplay.
We cannot outrun that thing on foot.
Next up, we got Forgive Me Father. Forgive Me Father is a dark horror first-person shooter with a comic book aesthetic that blends the gameplay of 90s first-person shooter with active skills and power-ups. The game is equal parts Doom and H.P. Lovecraft, and lets you play as either a priest or a journalist as you navigate a world consumed by madness and eldritch horrors. It features a sanity mechanic and dedicated skill trees for both playable characters, and that changed the look, feel and attributes of your weapons and game mechanics. And with hand-drawn graphics that are out of this world gorgeous to look at, I recommend this one to your Lovecraft fan friend. Next up, we got Dread Templar. Dread Templar, made by a solo developer over the course of 3 years, is a fast-paced campaign reminiscent of classic 90s shooters, but with a modern twist and gameplay depth on par with contemporary shooters. You become the scariest thing in hell and beyond as you embark on a quest for vengeance in the game's 25+ enormous levels. You can experiment with over 100 different upgrades for a vast arsenal of badass weapons and powers to define your own playstyle. The game is rife with hidden side areas, secret locations and puzzles that give it high replayability. If you have a completionist friend, this game will keep them busy for a long time. Next up we got Metal Hellsinger. Metal Hellsinger is a hard-hitting first-person shooter that combines Doom-style combat with rhythm-based mechanics. You journey across 8 layers of hell while slaying to the rhythm of insane metal music from iconic metal performers. You encounter a host of demonic enemies, powerful weapons and heart-pounding tracks. It is my favorite rhythm-based game ever, and this being the studio's first game, they really nailed it with this one. I would recommend this game to all of your metal friends or anyone who loves demonic slaying rhythm-based gameplay. Next we got Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. Wolfenstein 2, another reboot of the classic series, received an impressive 86 score on Metacritic. The game boasts a captivating story that blends humor and tragedy, a far cry from the narrative void of id Software's initial foray into the genre. Players have different gameplay styles to choose from, a vast arsenal of devastating weapons to mix and match, and various ways to approach fights in each level, keeping the Wolfenstein legacy intact. It is highly recommended to play the first installment, Wolfenstein: The New Order, before diving into this one. However, while both games are great, this is the one for your friend who needs to play something genuinely fun instead of another World War COD game.
People gotta know they don't have to take this shit no more.
My brothers and sisters of the United States of America, tonight,
Next we got CULTIC. CULTIC, developed by Jassos Games and published by 3D Realms, sets you on a mission to fight through the ranks of a sinister cult. And what sets it apart from other old school style shooters is its flexible combat system, allowing you to tackle each challenge in several ways. Whether you prefer guns blazing, running and gunning, laying traps and picking off enemies from afar, or anything in between, you have many options at your disposal in this game. And currently, you can only play through chapter 1 of the story and test your skills in a wave-based survival mode until Chapter 2 is released. However, this is the one I would recommend to your friends who isn't sure if they actually prefer tactical games or guns blazing approach. Since there are so many different ways to approach each battle in this game, this is just the one. Next we got Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal brings modern elements of speed and power to the table and offers an outrageous arsenal of weapons. The Doom series has typically taken a backseat to the story in previous entries, but Doom Eternal puts an epic story front and center while still keeping gunplay as the primary focus. As the Slayer, it is up to you to master your guns and speed and remind the demons that the only thing they fear is you. I actually recommend showing this game to all your friends since it almost has everything that you could want and more.
the only thing they fear is you.
And right after that we got Postal Brain Damage. The Postal series has been around for decades and continues to see new installments, so most boomer shooter fans will be familiar with this one. But Postal Brain Damage is a spin-off set in the twisted psyche of the main character, featuring throwback graphics reminiscent of retro first-person shooter games and fast-paced combat found in more modern titles. The end result is a wild rollercoaster ride of a game that sees you wielding all sorts of ridiculous weapons with insane over-the-top effects, and I love it. This is the one boomer shooter game for all your crazy friends. Next up we got Project Warlock. Project Warlock is a unique blend of classic and modern first-person shooter action that draws inspiration from old-school franchises like Doom, Hexen and Wolfenstein. As a mysterious warlock, You are on a mission to eradicate evil throughout time and space using an assortment of guns and magical spells. The game features 60 levels across 5 distinct settings that serve as a great showcase for Project Warlock's vibrant color palette and sprite-based visuals. Over time, you can develop your hero however you see fit by assigning upgrade points and perks to skills that mirror your preferred playstyle. This one is for your friends who enjoy organized chaos.
Only one man can become the ultimate demon killing machine. I never asked for this. Oh wait, I did. And enter hell to conquer it.
Friends, when it comes to boomer shooters, these are my top picks that I recommend you show your friends that you want to get hooked into the genre. So don't forget to leave a like if you like this video, hit that subscribe for more boomer shooter goodiness, and if I missed any game, leave a comment down below, let me know. Also, let me know which one is your favorite in this list. And for even more awesome retro shooter goodiness right now, don't miss these.